I still remember that exact feeling. You press play expecting another amazing BTS music video, and then Jimin appears. For a second, everything else disappears. Honestly, can we talk about what just happened? Because this wasn't simply another comeback scene. It wasn't just another beautiful close-up. It felt like time itself slowed down the moment Jimin stepped into the frame of BTS' normal official MV. And somehow, even after all these years, after countless performances, photo shoots, concerts, and unforgettable eras, he still found a way to surprise the entire world. How does he even do that? You guys, before we even get into the choreography or the story of the music video, there's something that everyone seemed to notice almost instantly. It was the way the camera seemed completely drawn to him. Every angle, every movement, every tiny expression felt effortless, yet impossible to ignore. The lighting softly traced the contours of his face as if it had been waiting for him all along. Nothing felt exaggerated. Nothing looked forced. Instead, there was this calm confidence radiating from him, a quiet power that didn't need loud gestures to command attention. And that's exactly what made it unforgettable. The music begins to unfold, and with it comes this atmosphere that's difficult to describe. There's a certain stillness in the opening moments. Almost like the entire world is holding its breath together. Then Jimin lifts his eyes. That's it. One glance. One incredibly subtle movement. And suddenly social media feels like it's exploding. Did you feel that too? Because it wasn't simply eye contact through a camera lens. Somehow it felt personal. As if, for just a heartbeat, he was looking directly at every single viewer. That has always been one of Jimin's greatest strengths. He doesn't just perform for an audience. He makes every individual fan feel seen. As the camera slowly circles around him, his movements remain unbelievably controlled. Every turn of his shoulders. Every graceful step. Even the way he breathes between lines feels intentional, almost like another part of the choreography. And yet, nothing feels rehearsed. That's the magic. He moves with the elegance of someone who's completely comfortable inside the music itself. Honestly, this is why so many people describe him as someone who doesn't dance to the beat. He becomes the beat. The choreography begins growing more intense, but instead of overwhelming the viewer, it somehow reveals even more layers of his artistry. His body flows between softness and strength so naturally that you almost forget how physically demanding every movement actually is. 1 second. His expression is gentle. Warm. Almost comforting. The next. His eyes sharpen. The energy changes instantly. Without saying a single word, the entire atmosphere shifts. How? Seriously, how does someone communicate so much emotion with nothing more than a change in expression? That's something fans have admired for years. Not because it's flashy, but because it's real. You believe every emotion he shows. And just when you think you've adjusted to his presence, something else happens. The camera moves closer. Much closer. Close enough to catch the smallest details. The slight curve of a smile that lasts less than a second. A tiny inhale before the next line. The gentle lift of his chin. The confidence hidden inside complete silence. Those are the moments people replay over and over again. Not because they're searching for something. Because they simply can't believe what they just witnessed. Meanwhile, the colors surrounding the members create this dreamlike atmosphere. Nothing feels rushed. Every scene seems carefully painted rather than filmed. But somehow, Jimin still becomes the center of your attention without trying. It's fascinating. He never demands the spotlight. The spotlight simply finds him. Can we talk about that for a moment? Because that's incredibly rare. There are artists who perform loudly. There are artists who command attention through explosive energy. Then there's Jimin. He can stand perfectly still and somehow become the most unforgettable person in the room. That kind of presence can't be taught. It comes from years of dedication. Years of understanding music. Years of understanding emotion. And maybe that's exactly why his performances continue touching people across different cultures and languages. You don't have to understand every lyric. You can feel him. As a normal continues unfolding, the choreography grows increasingly dynamic. The transitions become faster. The formations shift almost like waves. Yet through all of it, Jimin maintains this incredible balance between precision and freedom. His movements never appear mechanical. Instead, they resemble flowing water. Always moving. Always changing. Always beautiful. Honestly, watching him dance sometimes feels less like watching choreography and more like watching someone tell an entire story without speaking. Every gesture carries weight. Every pause creates anticipation. Every glance opens another emotional door. And speaking of pauses, there comes one particular moment where everything slows down again. The music softens. The camera lingers. Jimin doesn't rush. He lets the silence breathe. That single decision makes the following movement feel 10 times more powerful. It's such a small detail. Most people probably wouldn't even consciously notice it. But emotionally, everyone feels it. That's the difference. He understands tension. He understands release. He understands exactly how long to hold a moment before letting it explode. And when that explosion finally arrives, it's breathtaking. The choreography bursts forward with renewed intensity. The members move together with incredible synchronization, creating powerful visual formations that fill the screen with energy. Yet somehow, even within perfect teamwork, Jimin's individuality shines. Not because he's trying to stand apart, but because his emotional commitment is impossible to overlook. His facial expressions continue evolving alongside the music. Determination. Longing. Confidence. Hope. Vulnerability. They appear and disappear so naturally that the performance feels almost cinematic rather than choreographed. It's like watching someone live through emotions instead of acting them. And that's where something truly special happens. You stop analyzing. You stop paying attention to camera work. You stop thinking about choreography. Instead, you simply watch. Completely immersed. Almost forgetting you're sitting in front of a screen. That's the kind of connection very few artists create. You know what's even more incredible? This isn't happening on a concert stage filled with screaming fans. This is happening inside a music video. A carefully filmed production. Yet the emotional energy somehow feels just as alive as a stadium performance. Maybe even more intimate. Because the camera allows us to witness moments we never catch from the audience. The smallest smile. The briefest blink. The quiet confidence before the next chorus. Those details become unforgettable. And then, there's another scene. Honestly, this might be the moment everyone keeps talking about. Without giving everything away immediately, let's just say the lighting, the styling, and Jimin's expression come together in a way that almost feels unreal. You know those moments where you pause the video because your brain needs a second to process what you just saw? This is one of them. Fans everywhere immediately began sharing screenshots. Frame after frame. Each one somehow looked like a magazine cover. Or a painting. Or a movie poster. It's honestly hard to believe these are simply moments from a music video. And yet, here they are. Existing for only seconds. Leaving lasting impressions that will probably stay with fans for years. How does someone become even more captivating after already reaching such unbelievable heights? That's the question so many people keep asking. Because this isn't about changing hairstyles. Or wearing expensive outfits. It's something deeper. His confidence has evolved. His artistry has evolved. His understanding of himself has evolved. You can actually see that growth inside every scene. There's maturity, calmness, and almost effortless elegance. And strangely, that makes his powerful moments even stronger. Because he no longer needs constant intensity. He knows exactly when to whisper. Exactly when to explode. Exactly when to simply exist. And somehow, those quiet moments become the loudest ones. As the music builds again, every member contributes their own unique color to the performance, creating the unmistakable chemistry that BTS is known for. Their synchronization feels natural, their presence fills every frame, and together they create a visual experience that feels both intimate and monumental at the same time. Still, whenever Jimin appears again, there's that familiar feeling. That pause. That tiny moment where your attention shifts almost automatically. Not because anyone tells you to look. Because your eyes simply do. And honestly, that's something numbers can't explain. Awards can't explain. Charts can't explain. It's the kind of presence that people remember years later. The kind that inspires artists. The kind that makes new fans ask, "Wait, who's that?" Before they know it, they're replaying the MV. Again. And again. Searching for every little detail they might have missed the first time. The soft smile. The elegant turn. The quiet confidence. The emotional depth behind every expression. Each replay reveals something new. Something smaller. Something even more beautiful than before. And just when it feels like you've finally absorbed everything, another frame appears. Another expression. Another breathtaking moment that reminds you why people around the world continue falling in love with Jimin's artistry over and over again. Not because he tries to be unforgettable, but because every time he steps in front of the camera, he gives a piece of himself to the performance. And somehow, you can feel it. Even through a screen. Even across different countries. Even through a single glance. And the music keeps playing, the atmosphere grows even richer, and it almost feels as if the story inside Normal is only beginning to reveal everything it has been quietly hiding.